I guess I'll quickly do this one.
You're the one answering our contract. I don't like having to ask for help. Keep it down, trooper. This isn't a field op. It's not the kind of sit rep I like. Not alone, no. We got caught with our armor off.
So
Then
what I'm
you
gonna
know.
do is I'm not actually going to talk to her much because my PC is going to lag before I am. And I'd rather be out of this area as quick as possible. So I'll do that off stream. I'll continue whatever side mission that is. And again, that side mission didn't seem to be offering too much. Locate. Like, you got the pub owner. It's like, he's here.
Hello! Welcome to the Matador room, where the spirit of Caladan steps into the ring, poised, unshaken, and noble to the end. Believe me, I would love to usher you in and cause a scandal. But unless your house's sigil is on the registry, you will have to enjoy this floor with the rest of us wretches.
Right, we'll go, but today I'm stepping over it. With your blessing would be best.
If velvet robes could talk, they would say, no exceptions, not even for charmers. Try another angle. Besides, the room is on lockdown. I'm just the gatekeeper here. A minor medical incident with a patron. We are grateful for your patience.
So I guess the guy we're supposed to speak to has been attacked. But probably not dead. That's all you can tell me. A minor medical incident.
Of course, discretion and propriety forbid me from disclosing the activities of our patrons.
How about
you understand?
Taurus sent me particular business.
Hey, Taurus sent you.
I look for the engineer.
Yes, we know Master Leith well.
Well, I could see my
Alas, he is the subject of the unfortunate medical incident I spoke of.
And then could I go out of control if this also affects my voice while stream's going, or if it just affects the game itself. No exceptions. Also, thank you for the 15 stream streak. Yeah.
Yes, but that was before you identify yourself as the sub-prefect's agent.
It was like, so when it comes to streaks, it's one of those things where I literally had like this morning, it's like, it wasn't a big streak. I had, someone I had like a streak of about like 7. They told me that apparently I missed their stream last night, because apparently in my time, they went streaming around 2 or 4 in the morning. They started a stream. So it was like I was asleep at that time, and apparently it ended before I actually got on. So I ended up with like having one of my streaks die again. That's what I love about having like
I regret to inform you that the engineer has suffered the most conclusive of health setbacks.
He's dead?
Let's just say he won't be ordering more drinks anytime soon.
Is anyone else seen entering the private room? Apparently. Besides Leith?
Master Leith, he was not exactly a social creature, but he wasn't a monk either. Few faces came and went, trusted ones at that. Well, Alistair, the steward, kept him fed and pickled. The wine merchant, Ambrose Lucifera, would sometimes stop in for a glass or 5. He and Leith share a taste for esoteric reactionary literature. Oh, and his assistant, Hester Klimt. Well, she is the one who actually keeps the planetologist office running. If Leith had a shadow, it was her.
What is a reactionary esoteric literature?
She is a blend of outdated political theory, mystical dogma, and a romantic
The
delusion.
game dying.
Written by fringe thinkers for fringe audiences. Masterless attentions were ever diverted by it, and proletarian erotica.
Proletarian erotica. I wish I could roll my like R's and stuff like erot erotica, something like that. I couldn't roll my R's that well, and it was like when I was like in school and they had some French lessons and we had stuff like ronge or like red is like ronge, something like that. I couldn't do it properly. I don't normally have to roll my R's.
Proletarian erotica. Titillating
Spanish, I don't
stories
remember.
about the field
It's French.
hands and mechanics, usually. Grimy rendezvous in tool sheds and bunkhouses. Factory workers rotting behind oil drums while quoting dialectics. It's someone's version of liberation, I suppose.
What are you doing with the body?
Currently, I am speaking with you. Soon I will attend to Master Lathe.
Only, what does that mean?
Master Lathe was na familia, but without kin there is no inquiry, no scandal, just a body and a silence. I leave a glyph for the Beggars Guild. They take care of the rest. Efficient, discreet.
Oh wait, there's a beggars guild. What do they do with it?
I don't know. It is never seen again.
Because like, I've been recently looking at some of the tournament art stuff with like Hunter x Hunter. So in my head, I'm like, these people dying, and I know there's like nothing to do with it. I'm just like they're gonna be dotting around the bodies and these like things, and the Nen's gonna congregate into a single person or something like that, and the whole world is gonna again like so. I know this has nothing to do with Hunter x Hunter. I just have that in my head.
Very well. But may I ask what is it you are looking for?
I'm not sure this was an accident or suicide. Ugo. This might have been a conspiracy.
What a conspiracy! The man was cooked on Vanta draft, and he liked to play revolutionary between relapses. Very well. I grant you access to the lounge, but I make it quick.
Mind if I run a quick scan in there? I might pick up something would otherwise miss.
Please, wave your little wand around.
Yeah, I have
You
no scanner
will
on
see
me.
what
I
I
always
saw.
carry
The
a
trail
scanner
of a
on me.
man who
Totally.
burned from the inside out.
Yes, it's the private room. Well, apparently I gained access to it, yeah. I hope it doesn't, I really want to try this room by decree. You're allowed to use your scanner in there. Oh my god, I haven't got a scanner. Who the fuck carries a scanner? Like, who in their right mind carries a scanner? Like, that's just... Oh my god, game. Can you fucking quit it with a scanner? It's so goddamn annoying. Oh god, it's like it's so painful. It's like literally every time with this game, where it's like, yeah, it's just grab it, your scanner. You know, the one you clearly have in your inventory. It's like, yes, that scanner. Not sure, but I think
Welcome back.
there's a few places I can think of where I can maybe get this while my computer kills itself. Maybe not her, because she's vehicle parts. It's not something I'm making on the fly. Oh my god. I really wish
Oh,
it was
hey
always
there,
lagging here.
friend. Looking for anything special?
Yo, lady, have you got a scanner on you? Because who the fuck does? And you're not gonna have
Hello
it.
again.
Basic lighting. Okay, I have like one idea where I can get a scanner, but I feel like it's gonna be overpriced. Like, God, who in the fuck carries a scanner around? And then does it help that I'm lagging as well? Uh, Alex, tools. It's like, I think I should actually make, or I could have made one of those. That's kind of interesting. Please say to me, you guys. Fuck me. I despise this game at some points. Some points this game can really suck it. The fact that I have to go all the way back to my base to get a scanner is ridiculous. God, like, this game and the fucking scanner. Oh, you didn't give him permission to use a scanner. You may want to use it. It's like, okay, I use the scanner once and then fucking throw it in a dumpster where the scanner goddamn belongs. Yeah, it's just like, it really aggravates me in this game of where it's like, hey, you know how you've been going down the mission tree? Where's that scanner at? Where's that scanner? Clearly, you need a scanner. What, you're gonna look around the room for clues and you didn't have a scanner on you? Ooh, bad timing. Well, you don't want to have an inventory space that's taken up for majority of the game time you're playing because you don't want to carry a scanner with you. Like now I have to like literally. It's like, well, it's like and now it's like I have to go for a loan screen here. I have to like either make or grab my scanner because I've moved my inventory around so I don't know what the scanner is. So I'll look around my base, get the scanner, go back out the map, go for another loan screen to go into the main server like bit, like transferring over to Arrakis. Then I'll go to Arrakis, go to another server like loan thing to just scan one room. Like my guy, you could have just literally made it where like, hey, yeah, there's just this one seller who sells a scanner on hand to save you have to like. It's not fun. Like a job that literally could have been like I just go in the room and then like just essentially hit E on 3 different items or something like that has now turned into at least like 4 different loading screens. No fun. That's not even just 4, but it's also going to be like going in the room as well. I would do that side mission, but I think I'm just gonna like do just side missions solely. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna solely be doing side missions and grinding off screen. But I might do stuff like some deep desert stuff, like going to stations and same with just going to some things on stream. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna say this, but it's gonna be like I'm gonna want to do something, and then I'm gonna have to like be like, oh well, I can't because I haven't got the resources on hand. I don't think my scanner was down here. If I did, I feel like I would have put it into here. Also, what I remember, and one of the games like struggling to load me in. Might as well see something cool. Oh, this is why I clipped.
Shit! No!
I'm like on the floor laughing when that happens.
We're getting rimmed.
For some reason, it's also left the app part still on there. Yeah. Kind of broken itself a little bit. It's got like the ass stuck on it. I don't know why it's stuck there. Let's see. Is there anyone else I can like? I want to see if I can fix it by doing something else. Like, what about if I do? It's like, that was a fun. It's like she spent so long trying to basically get like a character, get like a dinosaur, right? And it was like not long after she got it, and had to keep on fighting off these bird things that was constantly attacking her. I was playing a clip of yours. Well, for some reason, also it's kind of glitched, so now it's just got there. I was thinking if I do this, hopefully it'll fix that.
And I'm back.
I didn't realize why I changed. Didn't realize he changed pigments. Sorry, my mum like opened up the door. Yeah, I will like if I do a nice shout out, it will fix it. But it was also like I liked how that turned out. It was like so the clip that it chose for you was the clip that I made. Just some chicken. There's yeah, sorry, I was getting distracted because I got like Elena like eating treats. Cause like, my mom basically just like came in the door, was like throwing treats on the floor, and was like, "How are you today?" And I'm like, well, "I'm streaming." And she goes, "Anyway, so how are you doing?" I'm like, I'm streaming. Can you leave?" And then she's like, "Oh, I just want to know how you're doing. Like, how have things gone today?" And I'm like, "House and officer came. Not convinced." There's me and people were talking about the private server yesterday. But we were saying about like instead of transferring our characters over, we were thinking about like just starting new characters. It's like it's mainly the sort of when it comes to like with Dune, of moving from private to public, was like the things that were worrying us like a little bit. So the thing is like we were thinking of just starting over from like yeah, and then basically we're gonna basically run both characters, so like, we'll have both our private and our like private one. We're just basically gonna run both. And yeah, just get those hours into Dune, to be honest. I don't remember where my scanner is, but I don't ever use it. Yeah, it's like one of our concerns was basically like we've got over like 100 hours in just these characters, so we were like worried about like losing the progress from it. Not mention like, so for example, where we are in Dune currently. I could probably show this. I'm not sure if you saw it earlier. Cause just yesterday, me and BB basically made the larger vehicle stuff. Oh, hi there, Medvegan. Medvegan. Thank you for the follow. You can move characters. Oh yeah, we know we can move them to it. It's more of like moving from private to public that we're a bit worried about. You can move. Actually, that actually sounds kind of nice. Actually, I know like what gave you. I'm assuming it was like an instance of the other server, right? Yeah, it was like that was the part that we were like a bit worried about, of like going from private back to public. That's the main reason why we were like, oh well, we'll just start over. Plus, me and B were talking about doing like the early stages, and we're like, we like the early stages, like we liked sort of the grind and getting out of the early stages. The thing is like, that's why like we're thinking about how we'll probably just be like doing the both, like a little bit of both. Because like when it comes to like the public one, what we'll probably do is we'll probably have it as like a we go back to it every now and then, like just enough to keep the generators running and occasionally do some like flying there, or trying to get like both of them up to about equal where they are. I'm like struggling to think where I put my scanner. I'm like debating just making a new one. Well, I don't think I have any other chests I can go to. As well, I just find it in here. Oh, look, there it is. Yeah, it's like, I kind of wish Dune had a way of... I understand, like, why they don't do that. They don't want you to have, like, a character that you've, like, made with, like, XP bonuses and stuff. I can understand, like, they're not wanting, like, players to do it that way around. So in case like people want to level up their characters quicker, or have like more, you know, like maxed out characters. Also, I think I'm like just got this. I think it's just the Swordmaster skill to finish up, and I'm on like the last mission for that. So like I'll probably be doing that off screen. And then basically, yeah, after that, I'm thinking I'm soon anyway. I'm gonna get an achievement for having all these maxed out. Is what, well, like all these the achievements for getting like the all these skill trees is how I imagine it's gonna go. Also, it's okay. I was looking at the achievements for this game. Oh god, sorry, I got like a cat that's knocking stuff off my desk. Ooh. Surprised he hasn't kicked the water off, to be honest. Yeah, that's the like other benefit to it, because then it's like at least like with the yeah. The thing is, like, Donald, he's been like the last 3 days now. He's been like knocking off like spray bottles and stuff off my side. Luckily, nothing's leaked yet. He's like, so there's cross fingers, but I know it's gonna eventually happen. The thing is, like, when it comes to like, I love my cats and everything. But I know you can get some people where like their entire personality becomes the pets. But I can understand that. There's like times of where like I'll see Elena do something, it's so cute, and I'll end up just like getting sidetracked. It probably doesn't help with the one brain cell, where it literally like is already trying to find reasons to get distracted. Like I was in a call with BB at one point. I was like going to speak to him about something, but there's like 3, 4 different things I wanted to say. And then in the end, I was like, I can't remember what I'm going to say. I was going to say this, but then I forgot what about. It was like, now that I got my scanner, I can go all the way back to Arrakis, go for another loading screen, go through the bar and get a lag. And after I get lag, after going into the sort of loading screen bit, then yeah. But I think in about an hour from now, I'm going to switch to some art, probably. Cause I'm basically going to hopefully progress in that some. My goal for Arc so far is going to be like make some form of a base and ideally tame a dinosaur. I understand like when it comes to taming is essentially you knock them out and then you put stuff in their inventory depending if they're meat eater or vegetarian. At least that's how I understand, right? The thing is, like, when I watch, like, while I play it, or when I was watching you play it, I wasn't really understanding, like, how things were getting done. I just understood, like, there was, like, stuff to learn. Technically, it was similar with Dune, where, like, the tutorial kind of gave me the basics, and then after generally understanding what I was doing, it kind of went from there. That's where it's kind of like, I got, like, a random character in a server, that I remember like making. I was kind of stupid. When I basically scorched earth, switch maps at the end of. So I haven't. So I've downloaded Ark Survival. I haven't got any further than that. I just assume like I just load it up and then join the server. I assume that's how this works. Indeed. The thing is, like, I find it funny, right? Cause normally what gets me hooked on survival games is I start playing it for a little bit, and then I get stuck in the grind set. I just like to imagine that you get those, like, red pill, like, sort of people, where it's like, I just got to do the grind.
Would you like to deposit? How much Stellaris would you like to deposit?
Things like I didn't buy it with DLC, so what I could do is like I imagine it's still on like offer. Right now I got like, more money than I thought I would have by now. A part of my thing with money, right, is I'm really bad at like when to spend it. Soon I need to speak to him before I go in. So one thing is I'm bad at spending it. When I'm like short, I tend to spend. But then the other thing I tend to do is... Oh, no, that was a player. Why am I so dumb sometimes? But yeah. You don't have... That's right, but I'll probably just like... I got the money for it. It's more like... One with me with like money, right? One part is like I just spend when I don't have the money to spend. But I also have where like even when I have the money, then I get very protective over the money. I start going like, oh no, I can't pay out for this because like, what about if this bill comes out, or what about if I get something that charges me or something? Yeah, I don't like doing that sort of stuff. It's kind of stupid. It's like, for example, I was there going like, oh, I'm gonna pay someone to remove some stuff. I'm gonna pay for some equipment stuff to come through, and I'm like, again, like, oh, but I can't really, because I do it all in one go. Yeah, well, it's like I remember like on one of your streams when you mentioned about like rent, and you're like, wait, they didn't take all the money. You mentioned like rent was going to take like all your money, and you mentioned you had like leftover, and I was like there going like, if it was me. Instead of being happy that they didn't take the full amount, I'd be like paranoid. I'd be like, wait a minute, why didn't they take the full amount? Are they going to take out a bigger chunk later on when they realize they've missed out a part of the payment? That's what I just realized as an ad playing. I'll wait till the ad's over. Just give it a few seconds. Just pet Donald while I give it a sec for the ads to roll. The thing is, like, for ads, like me getting ads, it's been weird. I've lately been getting hit with like 7, 9 ads in a row. Whenever I've gone to watch people. Just giving it a quick minute. It shouldn't be too much longer for the ads. There's also, I believe, Ham gets caught in the ads, and I'm not sure who else. Soon Yui gets maybe caught in it. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, ads are apparently over. What I was saying, Ham, was assuming that you can hear me now. There was like one time when you mentioned about how you had like, also I think again your daily Ham. There was basically a time when you mentioned about how you were expecting rent to take out more than it did, and then you were surprised to have leftover. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, it's when you had like money left over. Like me personally, if they didn't take all the money that I was expecting them to take, I would uh yeah, like the thing is, if I'm like, wait a minute, you guys haven't taken all of it, I'll be like panicked. 'Cause I'll be like going like, wait, they're not gonna take that money later, are they? They're not gonna come back for a bigger bill or something. Like I had it where when I was younger, I had a phone bill, and it was like I think it was like they didn't tell us that they changed the bank account they were trying to take out of, and then ended up come back to us like 3 months later with 3 months worth of a bill to pay for a few. It's like that's the thing is after a few days I feel like it's like it's passed way too much, but like in the back of my head I'm like they're going like, oh, but maybe like next month they're gonna take out twice the bill. I had it with like my NG bill before where like there's not been like enough in the bill, so I ended up like having to pay double for the next bill. That's all right. I assumed that you weren't responding because you're in ads. It's like at the same time I had ads. Yeah, fucking the NG, like it's so fucking confusing. We literally we're with EDF, but we told EDF we'll switch into Scottish Power. Scottish Power we switched to, but they said they're only providing gas. And then it was like I had Scottish Gas. Uh, Basically we were switching over to a meter system instead of like a monthly bill. And the thing is, like, I don't need the heating on, and the only thing that really uses the gas here is the heating. So I'm like, they're going like, well, I'm fine with us being like, but apparently they turned off the gas and we're in the negative of like £4, because we haven't paid for our gas. And I'm like, they're going like, okay, well, I don't want to pay for gas, but if they turn on the gas, they're just going to be charging me money for a resource I'm not even using. And then it was like EDF swung around with the same bill, regardless of the fact that they weren't providing the gas anymore. Like, EDF, why the fuck you charged me 130 something when it's like we're not even getting gas from you anymore? It's just the electricity. I don't understand that the electricity is the biggest part of it, right? But I would assume the bill would go down when you take out one of the elements that you're getting charged for, right? Like, I'm not insane for expecting that, right? And then we called them. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, well, it's like, the bill's right. It was just like, they're going, like, okay, so there's not using gas. That and like they've also turned off the gas anyway because of we haven't paid like the £4 to sort of top it up, right? I don't really want to top it up in case it just starts charging me anyway. Then it's like the energy bill literally, like the electric bill did not change at all after like our provider like stopped providing us gas. Then we had a different company provide it instead, and it's like for some reason it's same bill, and then like when we called up EDF's like, oh yeah, you should only be getting charged 90, and I'm like, well, there's a difference between 90 and 130 something. There's a physical difference in the amount of cash between those 2 points. You don't go from 90 to 130 something just because the lols or la funny. Like, you can't just go like, well, whoopsie, like put the bill up. It's just like, oh, thank you. I love debt, actually. I love to be indebted to company. I love it when my money goes anywhere but where I want it to go. It's just like, and then it like doesn't help where I get stuff like, like whoopsie. It's just like, yeah. It's like whoopsie, we're charging you more. I think you may have missed it. I think this was the same guy. He was standing outside the door like this, and I was like, wait, why is there a guy here now? And I literally was like stupid and going like, is there like a guy I'm supposed to speak to before I go in? uh, like when it comes like I have stuff like my water bill where like when we've like missed payments from there, they've been like, oh, if you don't pay us within a week or two, I'm gonna like take like gonna cut off your water supply. And I'm like, I don't know if you can do that. To be honest, I hated it the moment where I was about to go in the room and it was like, okay, you can now pull out your scanner. And then I was like, huh? Do you want me to pull out what? Like, who the fuck brings a scanner in this game? It's just like, because the scanner, I had to now go through 4 more like loading screens than I would have gone. Like, make sure I cover everything, I guess. It's like,
you're hearing this. Well, I didn't get away. I'm Austin Lathe, engineer. The guy they call when they want things done, not questions asked. There was this one chance I could have said no.
he's like, when it comes to this, right?
I crunched the numbers.
One part is that I had to bring a scanner, and the other bit, I'm working with a guy that literally tried to kill me. Because he couldn't be asked to like interrogate me.
I just didn't want to disappoint the guy.
And the guy at the same time was also trying to like run away from it.
Called me Na Familia. But after that, they wouldn't look me in the eye. And the thing I hear over and over, it's not the blast, it's my silence. Then I found this pamphlet stuck behind a sink. You dig, you sweat, you die, and your work builds opera houses on worlds you'll never see. There was a sandfly stamped on the back, razor wings, sickle-shaped stinger. What bleeds in silence must one day sing. Didn't get it then, but those words stuck.
He is like, it's like in Dune when you probably remember the mission, like the water mission, where you had to poison the water supply for the sandfish. The thing is, like, when it came to that mission, for example, I was really confused because like they're going like, wait, why are they trying to do a stealth mission in Dune? Like Dune's not really a stealth game. Like it's kind of like when you got, I think it's with the Benedict Dresser, yeah, like the Benny like skill tree where you get the ability to control one person, or you can use your voice to control people. And I'm like, they're going like, but like, who in their right mind, like, sees that tree and goes, I'm gonna play stealth in Dune. It's like, I never actually understood why anyone would want to use a sniper, and then BB was using the sniper. And I was like, they're going like, oh, I guess There's probably some uses, I guess. Are you sending it through DMs, or are you sending it through I don't know, you send it on the server or not. Look at the documents, conclude the examination. I guess I'm looking at the cups, I'd assume. Look at the cup on the left, look at the cup in the middle, look at the cup on the right, examine something else. MT save some dark dregs at the very bottom. A very strong aggressive smell comes off of it. It's a bit sticky to the touch. So kind of a sticky black substance. MT, you can smell a faint scent of spiced wine. I'm assuming I'm supposed to choose which one I think is the poisoned one. And work out who was sitting there. MT, smells of spice. Wine, a subtle reddish stain can be seen on the rim. Like out of these, you'd think, oh, the sticky residue, like the black residue, is clearly the one. The right one sounds more like it. Like if you're trying to be stealthy with it. It's like I see it's through your own. I think I was having an issue with where I parked with my my Soul. My Soul has this like thing where it's like where I get like on the wings, I'm like glitching between the wings. Or I had yesterday I was having really weird like lags, not lags, but like weird things happening. Like I had one mountain that was constantly glitching into existence yesterday. I was gonna take a screenshot of it, like keeps flashing on like on and off, and like random bits of earth would like flash my screen. And as well as I had a when I parked the assault, I was jumping out, like jumping up, got caught in between the wings, and then my character suddenly like sort of 30 feet up in the sky, and then suddenly teleported down to the ground. That looks like you're hopping for joy there. Look at the documents. Scrolls are spread out on the table. Most are covered in scribbles and shapes. Crumpled and dried one stands out in the neat letter to the top of the stack. Look at the messy stack of scribble. Look at the neat. Suppose is too chaotic or too expert for you to make sense of it. It's made of spice paper. It reads Wings of the Dark, notes towards a future without chains, a manifesto of some sort. I'm sorry, have a nice shower. Have a like sort of nice time. Hopefully it sort of stays not being as warm it has been the last few days. I don't know how you've been dealing with the heat. So I imagine like, oh, I assume like you and Juan don't actually get too far out. I assume that's mainly just because of when you know when like Juan streams for like 10+ hours. I imagine he hasn't really got like the energy to go out unless he's already planned to. So I've already. Examine the cafe's label. Energy. Empty on the table. Its open mouth carries only the faint scent of spiced wine. A label written in neat and reads a rare So from what I'm understanding, I think the neat writing was by the right cup, and so I can tell that the right cup was probably actually a female. I'm assuming that the right cup was the lady that the guy mentioned about before. So the thing is, like, there's probably right was the lady. You had one in front, one to the left. I feel as though it's not gonna be. I feel like the cup that killed is not gonna be the obvious one with like the black stuff on. I feel like that's gonna have like some of a reasoning to it. Well printed leather bound tomb resting at the table. Its spine is shaped stamped with the numeral 7, clearly one of many volumes. The leather cover bear grills, evil. Lettering histories of the imperial descendant, volume 7, the Escar Ikas revolt, cause, conduct, and consequences. So interior, the pages are dense with fine print along the edges, faint smudges, and a slight discoloration suggesting frequent handling. 2 sections are bookmarked. Read forward. Read the first bookmark. Chapter 3: The Cycle of Conspiracy. Shadow circles or nobles and a merchant formed quietly, meeting the private halls and seal of the garden. The grocer's whisper in secrecy. They pooled resources, bribed officials, and counted discount content. The funds and arms moved unseen, hidden among legitimate trade and noble privileges. Also, by the way, with my house Noxa, I think one of the things that made him actually leave quicker was that he saw I was in the middle of a game, but he saw Dune Awakening up. So if I left Dune up, I was like, I was going to stream when he leaves, and it seemed to have helped a little bit. Like he's like, oh, I appreciate my games too, and then it kind of like went off. I was actually kind of amazed. It was like the quickest visit I ever had with him. Read second bookmark section, chapter 9, Long Shadows. Yes, he casts revolutions, aftermath rippled through the land scrad, sowing distrust among noble houses, wary of rising dissent and hidden consequences. Imperial policies hardened with increased surveillance and harsher penalties as fear of revolution reshaped the political alliances and court intrigues. Reaches us under a cloud of consular Tyras Mendigo completed while confined in the Carthage gate prison of Titan. Volume 7 on the Ikaz Revolution spares neither rebellion ambition nor the heavy-handed imperial reprisal. The Imperium has not authorized this printing. Keep reading. Possession may incur scrutiny, yet the records of dissent is a vital as triumphant as Mendigo's pen carves that shadows history a rare clarity. It's stamped. The back reads printed without imperial reading. Sorry, burn in silence. I assume when it comes to that, it's because of, well, A, it's, I imagine it's a banned book, but two, like, the reason why, and since, like, the guy was probably looking into information he was not supposed to be looking into. Something in the upper body. This is, death from posture and state. A limp lapse, mouth slightly open, suggests sudden, rather than violence or salmon head. Eyes of heavy bags, cheeks hollow, and shallow, faint caterpillar on his nose. In long years of drinking, not exactly the picture of health. Front cling, froth clings to the corners of his mouth, dry to faint crust. Medical expertise encourage you. Examine eyes. His eyes remain open, a lid sunken with heavy bags. Faintly clouded, marks the sun. I'm assuming I've got to speak to the doctor lady that's around on the first floor. And she's probably going to tell me what symptoms those are, or like what drug that potentially is my guess. Examine his clothes. Well made garments, finely tailored, but woven and unchanged for days. Pockets are empty, showing no recent use. Interfere behavioral patterns from resting state. Senior isolation, no recent change of clothes, just focus on study and secrecy over personal upkeep. Make sure I'm not missed anything. I don't see anything else I can interact with. Footprints. Several people seem to have gone in and out of this room. Well, that's something I would have missed. I don't see anything else there. So let's head out. Because I was waiting for it to be like, you cannot go back in this room after you leave. Have you got every detail? And they'd be like, I think so. This just seems like someone poisoned his drink, not gonna lie. Though I imagine speaking to like the doctor lady that I believe is on the first floor might be a good clue, getting some information. Though Dune's not really one that has like openly shows you like a side mission. It's kind of like it gives you like it gives you like a target normally. So it'd be like, hey, yeah, so you just did this, now go do this. And it's like it may just have a bunch of options for you to choose, but like all options lead to one. It's going to be less discreet if this was done properly and didn't make me have to use a scanner to do my character